All right. Hey guys, welcome to this matchup between Suicide Squad and MEOWMASTERS, the last match of the group stage of the Draft Teams tournament. Should be a pretty fun one here today as we are waiting on the last few players to join the lobby. Um, so, with that in mind, we can briefly have a look at the roster here for Suicide Squad before we get started. You'll notice that they're playing some players who are not necessarily in their top few draft picks. I think the availability this week for Suicide Squad was a little bit difficult, but they do at the very least have Nin, they've got Mario, and they do have Dona there for offense. So should be a reasonably solid offense group for that team. The one thing I do want to point out as well is that Brandino does not seem to be here today, so waddling around will be playing in his place, and that should be an interesting one to watch. On the other side of things, if we could move over, MEOWMASTERS do have a fairly solid roster today. Joker Knight will be making his first appearance in a little while, presumably on the Archer, though he does have the Mage as well. They do have a solid offense, probably going to be Justin, Tom, and Carson today, with Carson breaking out the MEOW for the first time in a little while. They do have Rightist in on roaming defense as well today, which should be interesting to see. And then, of course, Oatby and Chickdee rounding out the roaming, and Ryan most likely on the Pyro today. So, we should be coming up on our fourth start here pretty soon today, but I would also like to welcome my wonderful co-commentator Pesto to the call and just ask what his thoughts are on the match going in and who he thinks is going to win.
Hey, what's up? I think looking at these two rosters, I feel like Ryan's team might have an edge here. However, I wouldn't sleep on Suicide Squad at all. I feel like people always joke about like how Suicide Squad's like how Cardona's draft was pretty questionable and whatnot. But I mean, if you look at their match results, they've been performing not too bad for themselves the past few matches and have had some really close results. So I would not sleep on them. And one of these days they're going to get a win. Maybe today will be that day. I mean, again, my prediction is that Ryan's team has the edge here, but don't sleep on Suicide Squad just because, their draft is questionable and whatnot.
Yeah, and as we are nearing the fourth start here, I do want to point out one thing about the stakes of today's game. This is the battle for last place in the group stage. So if there is going to be a team that Suicide Squad is going to have a chance to beat, it's probably going to be MEOWMASTERS, and both of these teams definitely should come in today very hungry to get their first win and possibly only win of the group stage.
Yeah, for sure. It'll be interesting, by the way, seeing Carson on Meadow, and if not Carson, then perhaps Tom. I mean, I'm not sure. I haven't actually checked limits, but it seems like Carson will be on Meadow. So that's gonna be interesting to see today. Um, yeah, I mean, I played with Tom D's I shouldn't cuss, my bad. His Meadow before. It's not bad. I haven't played with Carson's Meadow. Actually, I think I might have once, but I don't remember. So yeah,
Yeah, and Carson's played Meadow for a few teams before, every now and then. He does have a lot of flexibility, which is probably one of the reasons why he was picked quite as early as he was. Just a good player all around. And with that being the case, I think he's a pretty good pick for it in this match in particular. We are going to have a fourth start here pretty soon. And with that in mind, uh, the side of Suicide Squad is down one player right now, and I don't know if they're going to get their eighth today. That could make things very difficult for them.
yeah, I'm not sure who it is they're missing. Seems like Nin. Seems like they're missing Nin. Yeah, I mean, and as you already said, like they already lost Boss, it seems here. Um, so that's really crucial. I mean, Nin is also a really good player. You know, those are two really good S tier players, I'd say, from Annihilation. And if they're both missing, then that's a pretty huge blow. I remember Chalk saying in FT member chat earlier before this that they were missing a lot of starters today. So
Yeah,
yeah,
well, Chalk is very active about that, it seems. She was also just messaging me to say that I should feel free to mention they're missing Calig, Rejected, Miski, Nin, and Brandino. So I dare say the fact that they're missing players is affecting Suicide Squad's mental a little bit. That's something to watch out for.
yeah. And I mean, honestly, like just hearing from what they've said even before, like the whole tourney started, like after the draft, I don't know. Never mind. I'm gonna stop there. Um, but yeah, that's definitely like mentally like that plays into the mental game. I'd say missing players like that. So
Yeah, but hey, it'll be an interesting start for that squad. It'll also be interesting to see waddling around, getting some play time here. A player who's picked very late in the draft, as we did mention that they were missing a few players, but someone who does have a pretty good PvP upside. Definitely a player to watch out for if he starts popping off in this game.
sure, yeah.
Now, we do have just about a minute here, and obviously, MEOWMASTERS will have an advantage if this does start 8v7, but definitely could be an interesting match if we do get an 8th here. We've been talking a fair bit about Suicide Squad given their situation right now, but Pesto, do you think there are any players to watch out for on the side of MEOWMASTERS? Who would you look to have a strong performance to guarantee the win here today for MEOWMASTERS?
I'm not sure necessarily like I'm not sure necessarily there's like the impact of the game and whatnot. I mean, maybe it will be, but I'm interested in seeing how Ritus does here. He's an FT teammate of mine. I believe he's subbing in this tourney for Gaming Socks, which is a pretty big substitution. I mean, Gaming Socks is probably like they're starting Ninja and losing him for Ritus. It's going to be interesting seeing how that goes for them and whatnot. But besides that, I think Chick D in a game like this, if he's playing Sin, he's going to have a big impact. Especially in 8v8s, seeing how much of an impact insticles have. Chick D, I feel like, is possibly the best Sin in the game right now. As it's lights out and away we go here. But yeah, that's what I'd say about MEOWMASTERS.
Yeah, MEOWMASTERS were slow off the block there, but they are all now buffed. Suicide Squad as well, starting to cross the map right now. We do have Mario on Elf, as I think we were expecting to see him on offense today. Crossing through the middle of the map, and just now got picked up by Ritus. Interesting note here, Ritus is actually the bulk player today for MEOWMASTERS.
It's interesting, yeah. He's playing heavy, so it's really interesting. As Justin has a steal here off the bat, and he is out. He is on 2 stake, but he is withered. He is going to get a restore here from Carson. Just raining down Forest now, and he's going to beat Chalk. Being knocked away a bit here, but he is trying to avoid damage. He's on 1 stake here. He still has med with him.
Yeah. Code's actually going after the Archer here to try and clear some space for the rest of his recovery. He's on top mid now, but Tom is trying to fight him as Carson has made it over to Justin. There is still a lot of damage coming in onto the Soldier right now. He is down to 3.5 hearts, though he does have Tom there to support. Chalk's trying to make it over, but she won't just yet. Justin's going to drop down to spawn, get some additional heals from Carson, which is very nice, very gentlemanly of him. Mario's actually pretty far out here, though. Winded out to the middle of the map and does have support. Cardona's there on Necro to really give him a pocket. Waddling around is there as well, but Tom just gets enough damage to drop the Elf. Elf famously very squishy. And that will be the first cap over to MEOWMASTERS, about a minute and a half into the game.
Yeah, and as you see here, since there's steals on both sides, Waddling around has a steal as well as Tom on the other side. Tom dies.
Joker's going to get it here on the Archer. Not the greatest holding class in the world, but he is pretty far across the map already. Chalk's going to try to make her way in. Joker sees her coming all the way across the map. But Mario's now in the way, trying to pure spam down the Archer. Getting some damage in, but the medic is there as well. Code isn't really going for this. He's kind of just waiting in position here. And that may allow him to sneak up. I think he's been spotted here by Tom and gets withered, knocked all the way up into the air. Joker's still not very safe right now. He does have 4 stakes and the revival tag, but he hasn't moved very far across the map here. Now he's finally going to start to get going. We do see the return of the chocolate boss Ninja there very briefly to try and help out on recovery, but I do think we will have Joker Knight walking this in here, as the ninjas will die. Looks like a steal for Bloomishley, actually, on the medic. Trying to head out towards mid, but lags right as Obi tries to attack her, and she will just drop to that, unfortunately.
What a lovely Archer cap from Joker. I think this proves that Joker is the best Archer in the game right now. Sorry, boss. But it's truth. Anyways, Chalk has a skill here.
On Assassin, no less.
Ooh.
I don't think she's going to make it very far, but maybe this will set things up for Mario.
Gets watered down. Trying to get in here, but Ryan's blowing him off, and does go down to Chickdee, sadly.
Yeah, Ryan and Chickdee in a flag room together is a tough ask to get past, especially when you're down a player.
Especially, for sure. Now, with Nin out, I don't think Suicide Squad is running a MEOW. Or are they? Oh, they are. Bloom is MEOW. Okay, never mind. I'm wrong. Well,
Yeah.
still have that one-man disadvantage, though, which is very unfortunate. I'm not sure they're... I mean, I'm sure
Mario
they're currently...
a lot of damage on this steal. OB is going to chase him here and probably get the recovery. But that is going to allow a backup for Cardona, trying to get out across the map. It does go down to OB as well. Tom has a steal on the other side. This time he's not a ninja, as they've already burned the ninja cap. And I think he's pretty safe as it stands. 2 ninjas on him. They may be able to get the drop 3 regen here if they get enough damage down. Carson does, I believe, get the restore onto Tom, or actually just got it right now. That is still going to allow a little more time here as Chalk tries to go in and get the assassinate. Nothing doing on that front, unfortunately, as Tom is going to head around the back of the map here. And this is probably game.
Yeah, unless Cardona is able to get out here, and he is ninja. He is out, and he's going to get to his spawn, but Ninja's there to see him. Oh, he does not get him. He tries past to get...
Where is he going?
Go. What the hell?
He's back at spawn now. He may get
Has it
recovered
to
on by the
another
mage.
ninja.
Mateo's behind spawn now. I think Chickdee is actually in a good position to get the recovery here if he figures out what's going on. Obi is also going to track down Mateo. Yeah, I guess they got him. There wasn't really anyone for Mateo to pass to.
Yeah, that was... I feel like that was more Monkey's and Claw, but I'm going to say that was more scuffed than what Monkey did a few months ago. What the hell was that?
I mean, that was definitely something. At least with Monkey, his series of pearls did work out. And I do actually want to note, it was Obi chasing the ninja again.
Yeah. Nice.
But yeah, definitely a little bit of desperation there from the side of Suicide Squad. I think they are having waddling around relog right now as they are looking to pick a map. We did talk about it being an 8v7, but with Bloom and waddling around having connection issues, as you may have seen on stream, I do think it may have been a little more like an 8v5 at times, unfortunately, for Suicide Squad.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. I mean, already in a match, I mean, if it's like 12s, losing, I feel like not having someone, like, losing one person in 12s, I feel like it's definitely not as bad as, like, losing a person in 8s, especially since 8s, you know, it's more, like, oriented towards, like, individual performance, I guess, and just not having someone is, I mean, obviously not good at all, so it's unfortunate for Suicide Squad. I mean, hopefully they can find someone within this break, but yeah.
Yeah, and although they don't seem very optimistic here, we will throw to break here very quickly as we await Suicide Squad to pick their map. All right. started here, so let's move back. All right, and we are back to live here. As you can see on our lovely stream, we've had Suicide Squad pick Adrenaline 1, and that is going to be a 5-cap map, so that may well help out the differential of MEOWMASTERS. Otherwise, it is still a 7v8, so it's going to be a very tough ask here for the side of Suicide Squad to do anything. With that said, at the very least, they do have Cardona and Mario on their roster, so they could go for some double elf shenanigans here as the match starts. Looks like, well, actually you can't because it's a 1 elf limit in 8s, but at the very least, should be some opportunities for Mario and try and cap on here. You can also see Joker Knight over onto the Mage here instead of playing the Archer. You don't usually see Mage in matches, but definitely a class that he in particular is pretty strong on. As Cardona tries to make it into the flag room here, but he's up against Ryan and Chickty together, and as we talked about, that's not a very easy thing to deal with. On the other side of things, we already have Tom out towards mid, being chased by Chalk on Ninja. Waddling around's also going to be in the way to try and cut him off, but doesn't really manage to do too much. Cardona does have a steal on the other side, but he is going to make it to Sponge here. Doesn't have a lot of support yet. Does have Bloom there, but the freeze is actually going to keep the medic away from the flag there. Very nicely done from Joker Knight. And that's going to allow the first capture to go over to the side of the MEOWMASTERS. They do have a backup from Justin, but Mateo is actually out of the flag room as well. We'll go down to Obi, so Justin's steal, which is crossing mid right now, is probably the most important one. There is going to be a steal from Mario as well, but he will just be taken down by Chickty's Assassinate, and we're going to have a very quick 2-0 here. If they can get a recovery on Cardona here, this could be approaching speedrun territory, as actually Cardona is going to be boosted forward by the Lightning. The Mage definitely working against MEOWMASTERS there. And there is going to be a restore for Cardona, so he's on the other side of the map right now, and it's probably going to be our first stalemate of the game here.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, I blinked once, and I don't really know what even happened. I just saw like both teams like in the flag room. But anyways, yeah, it seems like I was stalemate here. Is Justin also soldier? Oh, he is. Okay. Yeah, Justin holding in his flag room. Those Cardona holding sort of behind that sort of area, that corridor there.
Chickty is sneaking up here on Cardona. I don't know if he sees him or didn't see him right away. We'll actually take out Code. We'll take out Chalk as well. So he is very much large and in charge with Strength 2 right now and alive on top of the flag room. We'll take out Chalk again. Might be able to take down Code again, but this time Code clears him out. With that said, that did buy a little time for Obi to get over here and try and get some damage on Dona. Only gets 2 hits off before Dona makes it down to the medic, so still surviving here is Cardona.
Yeah. Not sure they're saying an Archer on Rico here.
They are sending a scout. Joker Knight is trying to cross the map, being chased by 2 ninjas right now, and will go down.
And none of these, Ryan is on Rico. He's heavy. I'm not sure if they have a pyro with Justin right now. They do, and it's Rightus. So that's interesting. And Tom is the medic, so it seems like they've switched up the roles here. I'm not sure what type of impact they'll have. I mean, we'll see. I don't really see much Rico pressure from Suicide Squad, though that is probably a bit tough to do when you're 1 down in 8v8. It does seem like Chalk is pushing up here. Never mind, she's dead.
Yeah, Mateo is going to try to get a little damage here. Doesn't have any support, though, so he will go down to the Pyro. Has Rightus ever played Pyro before for Fotia? Is that something he has in his arsenal?
Nope. But I have seen him, play, a variety of classes in casual. And obviously that's not, obviously that's not saying much, but I do remember him playing Pyro once in a PPM a while ago. So there's that. Rightus has a really good PvP from playing other game modes, that always helps out. Seems like Cardona was lagging there for a bit. Yeah.
Also interesting to see here is the waddling around Ninja. He's working as a tandem with Mateo. Not something that I can say I've seen before, as he's mostly played bulk. Chickty getting a lot of kills here, takes down the Pyro, but Cardona's survivability is pretty good right now on the Soldier. And even if his support do get killed, he has a lot of options to walk wall climb around and stay alive so long as the archer isn't getting damage or opportunities to shoot him.
That being said, code is being set on Rico right here with Mario Scout. Let's see if we can get a restart. He's going to get it right now. He's going to get it right now. Ooh, gets a web by Tom.
That's a difficult one, but almost he's actually gonna sneak over onto the high ground here, swapped away by Joker Knight, who's come over to help, and I think that's going to be the end of the threat here, even though he does take down both the ninja and the assassin. Code doing a lot of work, but Code can't do it all himself.
Dropping and picking up the flag again. I'm not sure if that was just because he was bored or...
Yeah, definitely getting some casual vibes from this game. Looks like Chickdee's going to go after Cardona here, gets some hits off, gets a couple kills there as well, but Dona, again, just hasn't taken any damage yet.
I should just go on Rico himself. I think that'll help the Rico efforts on Suicide Squad. Then hopefully they can get back into it through that.
Yeah, I mean, if Justin and his support head across the map, then you can actually force an 8v7 fight in the scenario, which, if you think about it, would give MEOWMASTERS an advantage here on the recovery.
That's actually true. Anything about it. They should do that. And if I'm being honest, it looks like they'd have the PvP advantage too, just by looking at the rosters. So I think they should do that. But yeah. I don't know.
Of course, we don't have the ability to suggest strategies here for MEOWMASTERS in real time. We're not in their call or anything, but, you know, they may still get an opportunity here as Joker Knight is snuck up very close to the spawn without being spotted. May go for a spawn swap here. Actually just whiffs horribly as Dona happened to be on the other side of the wall as he went for it. Really unfortunate timing, but I don't think he was going to be able to wait because he did have a ninja on him there.
Right.
And Carson has the unenviable task of archer recovery on this map, which at the very least Dona's outside of the flag rim, so he has the opportunity to get some shots off, but both of the ninjas are going for him, and Joker Knight, on the other hand, has been getting across the map pretty freely.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully one of the teams breaks a deadlock here, because, I mean...
Carson's back. He does have two people on him, but maybe Ryan can chase Dona into the open here.
Yeah.
Not happening.
I wonder how much fun the MEOWMASTERS are having right now.
Probably quite a bit. I mean, stalemates aren't the worst thing in the world here to play in necessarily. I know they can be a little bit more dry to commentate, and while Dona doing the drop and pick up thing again, that's always fun. But as I was saying, Joker Knight might have a swap here. Ooh. Just misses. He's going to get one of these eventually. He's got pretty good aim on the scout, even if he doesn't play too often, and Carson might find a shot here as well. I do think MEOWMASTERS do have the advantage in the stalemate. But as I was saying here, Chickdee's closing in as well. Dona's taken a lot of damage. Maybe Dona will drop here before he gets recovery. Gets swapped away there. Look at his situation. He's got 0 stakes, so if Joker Knight and Ryan make it over there before Bloom, which I don't think they quite will. Oh, wait, he didn't get the restore there. That was a headshot from Carson to take out the medic. Now he's finally going to get it, but brief moment of worry there for Dona, and he's being trapped underneath by Obidi. This is not a very safe situation, and Ryan just gets the drop with damage and nothing else. Very nicely done there from Mr. Ryan Cunningham 8, and Chickdee's actually going to kill both of the people chasing him here on the assassin. Now there's going to be a ninja who comes back, but it's still not enough. Chickdee doesn't have speed yet. We'll get it here in a second. Does have regen now as MEOW catches back up, but the lightning will take him down. This could be a Chickdee assassin cap here as Cardona tries to make it into the flag room, and oh no! We were so close!
That's tough.
And they will still get the capture here as Mario gets a steal going out through middle on the other side. Nice freeze there from Joker Knight to really stop there from being any threat. And MEOWMASTERS will guarantee this 3-0 lead for the time being, but we came so close to history there. That's really tragic.
That would have been, all-time great moments. That would have been a top 10. I mean, it could still be a top 10 play, but I don't know, though. I don't know what makes yours. Anyways, Justin has a steal, and he is gonna die to Mateo here.
Yeah. That hasn't been
Mario.
happening too much. Mario does have a steal. He is heading out. He will have a medic in a second, but again, this mage freezing Mario has been his nemesis all game, denying him the medic again.
Mateo has a steal. He's ninja. He's out. He is out mid. Oh, but yeah, MEOWMASTERS all over him there. Super unfortunate for him. Anyways, it seems like Chick D's. Never mind, he's dead. Tom and Carson are here together on top of the red flag room. Both teams get a steal here. Justin has a steal, and he is getting frenzied by Code. He's really low, but he's going to get a kill here. Oh,
Yeah.
gets frenzied. Stays alive.
Frenzy is removed. He's still alive. May get the restore. I think he just got it, actually.
Yeah.
And Frenzy goes off again, but Justin has survived. Is on 4 stakes right now, heading through bottom mid. Very nice job there, done by Carson to keep the Frenzy from being used against him. Waddling around will get a little bit of stall here on Justin, as will Mateo, but that's going to allow Bloomschli to try and steal. I think that was a very bad time to drop the flag there, but she will still get the kill on the Pyro. I don't know if she wants to go for this herself. And actually, I think she might need to, because Tom's just across the map on Ninja. I think he's gonna... Nope, actually, Mario stops him. And now Chickdee has a steal again. Chickdee, the absolute demon on Assassin, being chased down by Waddling Around, will get the kill there, but unfortunately, Mateo kills him with the TP.
Ooh.
And now Dona has a steal going out left side as we're just all kinds of silly right now in this game. Cardona being chased inside the flag room, now dropping back outside, will pass to Mario and somehow get it off despite Tom being right there. Bloom was in position to heal, but she lags again at the worst imaginable time. And we finally are back to a little bit of a lull state here, which fortunately also works out as a good description of how this game is going.
Yep, as you say that, we have the MEOW here from Joker. I think we Jake be proud. Kind of missed that guy.
He's going for the steal again.
Oh no, it's gonna be a mage steal. Okay.
Okay. This is dangerous. Joker got boosted out towards mid and has a lot of support. Mario has a steal on the other side. If Mario gets out, this could force a stalemate, which would be pretty bad for Joker Knight here, but Mario is not safe by any means. I think we do have to follow him as Obi is trying to track him down. Elf there as well. Joker is going on recovery right now, trying to help out with the mage there, and they will drop Mario. Cardona is waiting for a backup. No wonder Mario didn't have enough support there. But Joker is across mid right now and may actually be able to stop the soldier here. Now Mateo is going to try and get a kill there, as will Chalk, but the assassin not able to take down the mage. And now with Cardona going down, we could be on the verge of the first mage cap in a long while. Mario actually glitches out of the ice there. Just an unfortunate use case, but he isn't safe at all. Bloom's going to be there, but he is DT'd, will go down to the damage, and with the mage cap, MEOWMASTERS will secure a 5-0 victory here. I do want to say, you know, it is a little bit of a Mickey Mouse mage cap, considering the other team was down a player, but even with that being the case, still a near assassin cap and a mage cap there from the MEOWMASTERS do speak to how that game was going.
Scuffed beyond belief. CMS, you guys decide which match was more scuffed, yesterday's match or today's. I personally will say today's. I mean, I might be a bit biased, but yeah,
I think today's was definitely pretty scuffed.
It was. I mean, at least yesterday, like at least the first map we were trying. At least the first map we were getting caps. But yeah, I mean, MEOWMASTERS, as you said, wins today 3-0, 5-0. Do we really want to do an interview? I don't think we do. Unless you want to.
Yeah, I think we're good to wrap up broadcast here in a little bit with the player of the game decision being the main thing to stick around for here. That was, again, our last game of the group stage here, so this will also be our last player of the game of the group stage as we now await DTT playoffs. With that in mind, Pesto, any suggestions?
Like it comes down, I feel like it kind of comes down to either Chick D or Tom D. I mean, they both had really good impacts in this game. I mean, it was also like a 7v8, so like, you know, it's hard to judge, but we can also give it to Joker just because, you know, he had a mage cap. Why not? I don't know. But yeah, basically Chick D or Tom D, one of those two. Maybe Tom because
I think
he.
Chick D is a pretty good one. He was kind of dominating all game, especially in one-on-two matchups against the Ninja and the Assassin. He was just demolishing the players on Suicide Squad. So I think that's probably a well-earned one from him. Only downside, of course, is he managed to choke the Assassin cap, which you hate to see.
He got that far is pretty impressive. So credit to him.
Right. Well, with that in mind, Chick D will be our player of the game today. And thank you guys for tuning into the broadcast. Hope you had a good time, even if the game today was a little bit silly at moments. In a way, that's kind of what you want from a viewer experience. So thanks again for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the match. Good job to both of our teams, especially given the circumstances. And we hope to see you around in the coming weeks as DTT enters the playoffs. Thanks again.
See y'all. Did you end the stream?